Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today we're going to be doing day 22 of Failed Film February. And the film that we're going to be talking about today is called Body of Evidence. Now, I don't know if a lot of people know about this movie, but Madonna is the main star of it. She's like the big draw for it, and also Willem Dafoe is in it. So yeah, kind of well known, more well known for just being a bad movie. So yeah, but I wanted to check this out because Madonna is in it, and I want to see if she has really any good acting roles. She was decent in A League of Their Own, but she was more like playing like a version of herself in that. Like so, I thought that was decent though. Like that was a good movie with Tom Hanks and Gina Davis. Like I like that a good amount. But yeah, this is Body of Evidence. She is the main character in this, and man, I have so many mixed feelings about this movie. There are some areas where it's just really weird and like strange with where it goes, and there are other areas where I kind of appreciate it a little bit. Now, this film feels like it goes back and forth a lot between being like a thriller and being like a courtroom drama to being like an erotic, dark, sex movie. So yeah, it's just like a little weird at times with the directions it goes in. It feels like unnatural and unwarranted. The transitions to these different like tone shifts don't feel right with how it goes from like one tone to another. It feels weird, and you know with like these sex scenes especially though it feels weird because it's like basically this defendant and Willem Dafoe essentially form this like relationship together to where they eventually start like having sex, and it just doesn't feel like genuine. It feels so like forced, and it just kind of like happens, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, they're having this like weird kinky sex where fucking Madonna is pouring candle wax on Willem Dafoe. Yeah, it's just fucking strange, man. Like, I feel like it's just like so unconventional. It's too like out there with like what it does, and I just like wasn't into it that much. And you know, I can like take a lot of things, but like I feel like it's just a little too bizarre with the directions this goes in. With um, like Willem Dafoe eats her out on top of like a car, and like she like masturbates at one point, and like I don't know, it felt off to me. And Madonna in general in this is just like not a good actress, man. Like I love Madonna. I literally have a poster of her right there. She is amazing, but like she can't act to save her fucking life, dude. Like I feel like she's just like kind of reciting lines. Like there's nothing that she's doing to add to this character, and it's just kind of like sad to see. But you do have Willem Dafoe here, who he's kind of enjoyable. I mean, it's Willem Dafoe. I mean, how are you not gonna like Willem Dafoe? But granted, this film doesn't give him a ton to work with. I just feel like the writing in general on this isn't the best, and just like what his character is given, like this personality that he has, it feels like the director didn't really care to like really try to like flesh out this character and like who he was and his whole like demeanor and personality. So it feels a little dry, this character played by Willem Dafoe, even though like I do appreciate him. And yeah, it's just like a very like up and down movie with like where it goes, and it's also like a thriller at the end too, which is just like what happened here. And there's like things about it where a lot of people would be like really bored and find it like really dull, where a lot of what they talk about in this movie is like legal speak, where people keep saying objection overruled, you may speak to the council, council has permission granted, blah 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 sustained, just like all this different legal terminology that constantly gets used. It gets played out as they're doing this like court case, and I suppose like it does feel a little realistic because they're really trying to like show you like this is what a court case looks like, and a lot of people would just find that boring. But I kind of appreciate it because it's really trying to show you like the details of this case, and it's really trying to get into like the nitty gritty of what actually happened. Because essentially, this movie is it's about this girl who allegedly murdered her husband, but they're trying to prove her innocence, and there's all these different layers to the story that come along. This doctor and the secretary and all these different people get questioned, and they all have like different sides to the story. They all have different things to add, and yeah, there's just like so many like intricacies here that I kind of like appreciated, and like the way these like plaintiff and defendant and like people like question each other and question the witnesses. I just think is really well done, and I appreciate it when like a film can like convey like a court case like this in such a like a serious toned like effective way, and I think it did it pretty well. I mean, the rest of the movie, a lot of the rest of the movie, especially like the erotic stuff, isn't good at all. But like I appreciate like what was happening here, and it's crazy that I haven't seen a movie like A Few Good Men, but I'm sure I would love that movie. But like this is like one of those examples where like I wouldn't be a lawyer, but I would never want to be a lawyer. But like seeing like legal cases play out and like learning all these details like is something that fascinates me, and I think it's enjoyable to see. And this film gets a lot of hate, but I think there's something to enjoy there with this whole mystery. And at the end of it, there's like this reveal that comes along, and it's kind of a good reveal, that kind of like tells you what's really been happening this whole time. And I think it was well done. In despite the final minutes are like this weird thriller that was a little like off from the rest of the movie, but there's a reveal like that comes before that that's pretty decent. But yeah, I'm pretty mixed about this movie. I mean, like there's some good things there, but like there's also like some really not good things here. Like, I don't know. I'm like so like back and forth on it. It's kind of like Natural Born Killers. Like some films are just like the ultimate like middle ground where you can't decide whether you really liked it or like didn't like it. Like I don't think I liked this movie, but like there are things that I liked about it. So yeah, it's just one of those types of things. So yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 5.5 out of 10. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.